Okay, well, I just realized that I was not live for the first 5 minutes because I missed one of the buttons. So now I can start all over and let you guys know all of the things. Welcome, my name is Wayne. Wayne Rosinski, I go by Wayne Riz here on the YouTube. Today I'm playing Minecraft and we're going to talk about comparison. Some things that the scriptures say about comparison and stuff like that. There's a quote from Theodore Roosevelt that says comparison is the thief of joy. So we're going to talk a little bit about that concept today. We're also going to do some work on the interior of the restaurant where I sell foodstuffs to other people who play here on our Minecraft Bedrock realm. I'm playing on the iPad, hooked into my streaming stuff. I usually play on the iPad because that way my son gets the whole TV, I get the iPad. It works out for everybody. If you're here, you can let me know in the chat. You can say hello. My goal is to be responsive to the chat. If you have any questions about comparison or about anything I'm doing in Minecraft, feel free to type it in the chat. Currently, I'm learning how to craft a smoker because I actually don't know how to craft many things. So I have to go find out what do I need. I need a furnace and wood. Well, I'm in luck because I think I have wood over here in my would you look at that. I don't have very much wood. Hey look, more wood. It's always hard. You gotta figure out which wood you think you need the least. Also, I had to break a smoker to figure out what the smoker was called. So that I could search for it, because I did not remember what it was called. So now I should be able to get rid of these things and go to craftable and craft a couple furnaces. I think I want 3 furnaces, and then I can make 3 smokers. And then I have a bunch of wood. I need to make some campfires. Coal and wood and sticks. Do I have some coal? That's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do at all. I've got some charcoal even. Look at that. Got charcoal. We got planks. Am I carrying any sticks? I don't think I am. I'd like to make some sticks. Oh, I'm carrying all the things I need. We'll make 3 campfires. I probably have some campfires sitting around, but that's all right. We'll make some trapdoors, and then we'll get started on that kitchen. So comparison being the thief of joy. I'm gonna tell you what I mean. What I feel that means. It is easy to compare ourselves to others. Like we do it all the time. Even before the social media, people compare themselves to others. But it seems like it's super easy now to compare yourselves to others, to look at what other people are doing and to either like wonder why you can't be doing that. Hey, look, I built a ladder. That's really handy. Or to just look at what other people are doing and yeah, just think, man, there's no way that I could do what they're doing. And for me, one thing that leads to, that's not where I wanted that. Slabs. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. For me, can I make s'mores, Dennis? Not gonna lie, I don't like s'mores that much in real life. Like chocolate's really good, graham crackers really good, marshmallows kind of unnecessary as far as I'm concerned. I love sitting around a fire, but I don't love s'mores. And I don't know that I can cook them in Minecraft. You can cook your meat and probably your potatoes around a campfire, but it just seems really hard to do. I also don't know like where you place. There's a way to place these to make the trapdoors open so that they kind of cover the campfire. And this is not it. This is not This is not the way to do that. Should have watched a tutorial. Like, that one being there seems like a good idea. Then you just have to close it. That isn't what I expected. Well. Yeah, I don't have any idea how to make that look right. So that will be a next time problem. But for now, if you look from the bottom, fall damage, then you just have smoke coming out of the chimney. And that is fine with me. Oh, I should probably do something about this. This is the edge of the path. It's not very pretty. So comparison, man, me and my son watch a few Minecrafters. We watch some Hermitcraft guys, and it would be easy for me to look at what they do and decide I should just never play Minecraft. Like the things that they create. We watch B-Dubs, we watch Green, we watch Scar, who's from our home state of Washington. We watch Gemini Tay. But the things that they do are just amazing. And it would be easy for me to look at that and be like, well, I guess I should just quit the Minecraft. Never play again. Because I'm not that good. But I don't have to be that good. I don't have to. I'm actually, believe it or not, I know it's hard to tell from this live stream, I'm not a professional Minecraft player. I am just a dude who enjoys playing Minecraft with his son. And oh, it's time to sleep. It's time to sleep. It's time to sleep. It's time to sleep. Sorry, I don't want to be awake at nighttime. Because I've worked graveyard before, and it's dangerous out there. When we compare ourselves, we lose sight of what we're called to be because we're looking at somebody else. And I think it can be easy to not be content when we are comparing ourselves to others. It can be easy to just long for things that we don't need because we're looking at others. This is I just changed my batteries, but it's okay. I have backup batteries. It's probably going to be okay. It's daytime. It's not nighttime. I'm a pro gamer, so we'll just take the batteries out of the Zoom PodTrack P4. I actually changed my batteries today. I thought those were good ones, but they must have been dead ones that needed to be charged. So I tried to have this not happen. Like, there's a difference between comparison and looking at something for inspiration. Because it's great to look for inspiration. There's some guys I follow online, Dennis, Trey Van Camp, Joshua Verwers, Dean, and I love what they're doing. But if I compare myself to them, and if I feel like I'm not as good as them, that can discourage me. And that can keep me from doing the things that God has called me to do. I'm not trying to put a goat horn on a smoker. There's this verse in Romans. Let me read this verse too. This is Romans 12. And verse 3, it says, "For by the grace given to me, I tell everyone among you not to think of himself more highly than he should think. Instead, think sensibly, as God has distributed a measure of faith to each one. Now, as we have many parts in one body, and all the parts do not have the same function, in the same way, we who are many are one body in Christ, and individually members of one another, according to the grace given to us. We have different gifts. If prophecy, use it according to the proportion of one's faith. Service, use it in service. If teaching, in teaching. If exhorting, in exhortation. Giving, with generosity. Leading, with diligence. Showing mercy, with cheerfulness." So God didn't make us all the same. And it's time for my neighbor to mow his yard. I don't know if you can hear that or not. But God made us all with these different sets of gifts, with these different abilities. And when we compare ourselves to others, it can make us less grateful for the things that God has given us. I have no idea what this chimney needs to look like. But I feel like... should I stick with bricks on the inside? Or should I do something else? I don't know. I didn't get very far in the planning of the interior of my kitchen. I don't want a couple tables, inside kitchen. Man, it has been kind of warm. here in Southwest Washington. There's Avengers Tower that my son is working on. So to not have the fan on is not ideal. Do I have any more brick? Do I have any good things to... I feel like I shouldn't make a chimney out of wood. That feels like a bad idea. I feel like I shouldn't make a chimney out of dirt. Got cobbled deep slate. What can I make from cobbled deep slate? I can make polished deep slate. Would that be a cool block? Let's make that a block. Well, then I can make the bricks. I like the bricks. I have a bunch of the bricks somewhere, but I don't know where they are. So let's make 12 of the bricks. Alright, and let's go see if that is enough to make some sort of a chimney-ish thing in here. I don't know if it is, like I said, I'm not exactly sure what I want this to look like. I just know I want something to be above this. Maybe we'll go there, and then we'll go... Can I not get to that? Am I too far away? Oh, I'm not too far away. Look at that, we can do it. There, and I don't know if that's where the chimney is on the outside, but I think maybe some iron trapdoors. Can you make iron trapdoors? Let's go find out at the iron farm. But yeah, when we look at others and compare ourselves, it can lead to envy, to jealousy, to things that don't help us. And that is not ideal. I also am not sure exactly what I've said since I actually started streaming, and what I said before I pushed the last button I needed to push before streaming. So if I repeat myself, I'm very sorry. I know for me, like, there are things that I've wanted to do and seen others doing, and another helpful quote besides that quote from Theodore Roosevelt is one from John Acuff. And John Acuff says to never compare your beginning to somebody else's middle. Never compare your beginning to somebody else's middle. Yeah, look. Iron trapdoors. I don't know how many you make at a time. That seems like enough. Because we don't know all of the work that somebody has put in. I'll go back to watching Minecraft episodes. You know, I don't like B-dubs, B000100. When I watch his 30-minute video, I don't see that he spent 16 hours doing that work, and that he's been playing Minecraft for much of his days for a number of years. And I can compare myself, I can go, man, look at this restaurant. This isn't nearly a B-dub build. But I think a big part of that reason is because I haven't played as much. Now, I'm not saying I could be the crafter of mines that B-dubs is or that Green is, but also I can't compare where I am now to where they are now. I feel like that looks kind of like that could be a furnace place. I want this barrel. I need to make a cauldron, because I think every kitchen should probably have a sink. Why don't you let me know in the comments if your kitchen has a sink. I've never been in a kitchen without a sink. I totally lost what I was doing. I broke a barrel. That's what I'm doing. I'm breaking barrels and taking names, because I'm a name taker. The beautiful thing about barrels is that you can put them next to each other, so you can't see the door, but you can still get into it. So then it can seem like it's just a counter. And I want one more barrel for my kitchen, for the restaurant. I never remember if I have wood and stuff on me. So I need to make a barrel is sticks and slabs. Sticks and slabs. Someday I will actually remember what it takes to craft some of these things. Also, someday I will remember that I need to eat food while I'm playing, so that I don't perish or take fall damage, or all the things. Mike's Kitchen has a sink. I'm happy to hear that, Michael Gilman. Recently, we were looking at some houses. Nicole's parents, my wife's parents, are thinking about moving up this way, and we were looking at some houses, and there was a house that had 2 bathrooms, but they were connected. Like there was a sliding door between them, and one bathroom had a toilet and the tub, and one bathroom had a toilet and 2 sinks. So like technically there was a bathroom that didn't have a sink, and I thought that was really, really weird. So we've talked about comparing ourselves. We've talked about how God gifts us. It is easy for me to want the gifts or the calling that God has given to other people. When I was preaching more often, to hear other people preach, great to be inspired by that. Not so great to be jealous of that or say, God, why didn't I have that? There's the points in Paul's letters where he talks about the different parts of the body. If the whole body were an ear, where would the hearing be? And man, if we're an eye and we're comparing ourselves to the nose, like that's not going to work. We all need noses and we all need eyes, and the body of Christ needs all of us to carry out the gifts that God has given to us. Because you know what? A person that's like got 40 eyes and no noses, that's weird. Almost as weird as a kitchen without a sink, or a bathroom that's like 2 bathrooms with a door in the middle. That was totally weird. I should build my... Whoa, I closed that door. The good thing is though, you can just jump over the counter there. It's almost night again, which means it's almost time to sleep again. Comparison is easy to fall into, Dennis. That is so true. And it's hard for me because it's finding that line between comparison and inspiration, right? Because to be inspired by something that somebody's doing, that's fine and that's good and that's encouraged. But where does it go from, you know, man, I love what Dennis is doing on TikTok, to I want to be Dennis and I'll never be as good as Dennis, so I'm just going to quit ticking the talks. Which if you don't follow Dennis on the TikTok, you should. He's quite a good follow. I'm gonna end up not being able to put my bed there anymore once I have the sink where it goes. I also don't know how many buckets of water it takes to fill up a sink. So we will put that there, and then it's kind of a cramped kitchen. I'll give you that. I should probably have like the door here, but then I couldn't have the entryway. You know what? We're moving the sink, everybody. We're moving the sink. Are there benefits to comparison? Is it good to compare ourselves to anything? I think I've heard people talk about the only thing we should compare ourselves is to us in the past. Like, am I making progress? Am I, in my walk with Jesus, am I closer? Am I seeking Him more than I was before? In any kind of a skill, like am I maybe not as good as this other person, but am I a little bit better than I was last week or than I was last year? I know comparison has stopped me from doing things plenty of times in the past. I'm an okay musician, but man, I have friends who are like really, really good musicians, and sometimes I'm like, maybe I should just never pick up a guitar. Or if they're around, I have buckets. I don't need to make more buckets. Let's go get some buckets of water and fill our sink. And most of the time that's all on me. That's not on them. Like my friends that are great musicians would be happy to sit down with me and help me learn to be a better musician if that's what I wanted. And they're happy to have me, play on the worship team at church and do those things. But sometimes myself, I just look at it and be like, well, I'll never be that good. I have buckets of lava, but I don't feel like lava is what's needed in my kitchen sink. I really have no idea where I keep buckets, or if I have any buckets. I'm gonna make more buckets. My guess is that it takes a bucket of water to fill the sink, but I don't know that for a fact, so I'm probably gonna make 3 buckets and go fill them with water. To fill my sink with buckets of water. And then you can all be amazed at my, I guess technically it's my, so we'll see if this one's better than the first, or if it's just about as good as the first. I feel like I should now have 3 buckets of water. I also don't know what that shape is out there. Now I don't know where that shape is up there. It's kind of hard to see in the ocean these days. Did I pass it? What? Huh. Well, no worries. Now I don't know which way home is. This way feels like home. Sorry, I got distracted by a shape in the sea. This mangrove tree I planted, and they're kind of weird, but they're also really annoying to cut down, so I don't want to cut it down. I think I just ran through cacti, cactuses. I don't recommend that at all. And I could even, man, I'm thinking about how maybe I'm not a great live streamer right now, but I'm also thinking, man, this is my second live stream, so this is number 2. And I am honestly easily discouraged to do this and then finish and not feel like I did that well. And part of me is like, man, should I be live streaming? Because there's people who definitely play Minecraft better, and there's people who can talk about following Jesus better. But I feel like this is part of what God wants me to do, to be able to share my faith, to share my walk with Jesus, and in that, this is a way I can do it. I can share my enjoyment of the game of Minecraft while I talk a little bit about my faith. That feels like 1 bucket filled it. Will 2 buckets fill it more? I don't think it will, but let's check. Nope. 1 bucket fills. Alright, I have a kitchen. I do not have tables. Trapdoors? Do you use trapdoors for tables or pressure plates? I don't know how to make tables. I have some oak wood. I mean, I could use oak wood. I also have some acacia. I feel like we should use acacia, because it's the orangest of all the orange woods. I tell you what, not having my fan on is not the best. I don't know if I appear sweaty to you guys, but I feel a little sweaty. Not gonna lie. I'm sorry if that's gross. I mean, I know that's gross, so I'm sorry. That's gross. I feel like well, acacia trapdoor would. Can you make an acacia pressure plate? Oh, I can. Can you put a pressure plate on top of a fence post though? That's what I don't know. I know that people make tables, and I know they look neat, but I don't know how they do it. Again, it's something I probably should have just went ahead and watched a tutorial about to figure out how to make tables. So I want one to go like right here. Look at that. I can make tables. That goes there, that goes there. I guess now I have to make chairs, huh? Is stairs like still the best way to make chairs? Or is there a better way to make chairs? Was I crouching that whole time? I wasn't. I feel like I need more lights. I have that one. I have my supplies. Even in playing Minecraft on this realm, we can compare ourselves. There's 5 of us playing, and some of us have netherite gear, and some of us just have diamond gear. And I could spend all my time chasing what other people have, or I could just play the game the way I enjoy it. Steven has a bunch of redstone stuff. I should have some redstone stuff. Like, I was an electrician for the railroad and electronics technician in the Navy. That should excite me, but it really doesn't. I have manual farms. I go and I whack my hay down, my wheat, and then pick it up, and I do all that. And I have a restaurant. Hopefully it's, like I said earlier, hopefully it's just beneficial to people, where they don't have to worry about going out and collecting food, but they can just come by and buy the food. So, again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. You can drop them as if they were hot, or as if they were too cold, or maybe you can drop them as if they were heavy, or as if you've just been carrying them for a long time. And let me know, and I will try and pay attention to the chat and get those answered. I don't remember what I was doing. I do remember what I was doing. I was going to create steps, because I feel like steps will work as chairs. Maybe not super nice chairs, but you know what? This isn't a super nice restaurant. It is the best restaurant on the server. That actually looks pretty okay. Look at that. That looks better than I thought it would. I'll put one there, and this one right here on the edge, and this guy right here by the window. This would be my table if I came into this restaurant. Well, as long as we put the chairs facing the right way. I don't want this table right here by the window. And then I think I can put a... Oh, I don't have any lanterns. Well, we'll put the chains, so we can have a light above each table. That way they can see their food. Because, you never want to be in those restaurants. I don't understand. I didn't know I could place a chain like that off that chain, but apparently I can. Didn't mean to, and we'll move it in a minute. Sometimes I concentrate way too much to place things in Minecraft. Alright, we've got all of our chains back. Feeling good about that. You can let me know on a scale. I think last week the scale was 1 to 24. You can let me know. Well, don't let me know yet, because I haven't hung the lanterns. But after I hang the lanterns, you can let me know on a scale of 1 to 24 what you think of the interior of the restaurant. Last week the outside got a 22 out of 4, which I thought was very generous. I probably would have given it an 18 out of 24 myself. But that is what it got. Oh, alright, we've got lanterns. I didn't mean to do that. I should probably just have a bed here, so that if I need to sleep while I'm here, I don't have to just keep placing the bed that I carry with me. Now I feel like this lantern is unnecessary. If I cut down the top chain, does it all fall? Nope. I find that a little bit odd. I feel like that should have fallen. We'll put one... We'll put a lantern here above the server, get your food area. I feel like that's a good place for a light. I feel like we are... yeah, this restaurant, I would say this restaurant is lit. Because it has the lanterns for the light. It's got tables, it's got food. I think we can change our sign from open under construction to just whatever else we're gonna call the restaurant. I think we'll just call it Wayne's, because that's my name. My name's Wayne. So we will call this Wayne's. I feel like the sign should be here. Apparently the shift button isn't the button you should push to do that. Is it nighttime again? Nope. I just can't see very well. Did that really happen when I push shift? Yep, okay. You think I would have learned and just not done that, but I wanted to make sure. I know how to spell my own name. I have misspelled it before with the youth leadership team. I spelled my name W-A-Y-N-E? W-A-Y-N-E? No, that is how you spell it. I know how to spell my name. I just can't remember how I misspelled my name. And that's something that I would edit out of a regular video. But this isn't a regular video. This is a live stream. Okay. I think at this point we've got the restaurant. I would like to figure out how to do the trapdoors on the chimney, but I think, do I have everything I might need? I have. Let's go see if we can figure that out. I have more campfires, so if I break my campfire, we'll be okay. Maybe I have to put the trapdoors first and then do the campfire. Then maybe the outside of the restaurant should have some details, but we'll be at least mostly finished with it at that point. So let's see if we can get some trapdoors up in here. I have a lot of random stuff in my inventory. I guess I should be like not right next to it. Alright, let's break that campfire. We got that back. So I think if I place that there, and then I place, let's just figure out where to be able to place these trapdoors in ways that they open correctly. Oh, nope, didn't want to do that. Nope, that is misplaced. So if I place it facing this, do I have to be facing? Look at that, I did it. So this is taking a lot more stuff than I intended to use, but that's okay. I will chop all this wood when I'm done, and then we will have a chimney. That's a mistake. Alright, now I just gotta get onto this tree. My parkour skills are not very good, honestly. So I'll put that there. Alright. Now that we have all those in place, we'll put in the campfire, which, I mean, seems like a bad idea to have a campfire surrounded by wood, but it makes for a nice chimney. Probably, I guess I can get back onto the roof from the tree, so that's going to be okay. That was not okay. I just cut a hole in my roof. At least I did the interior roof and the exterior roof, so I don't have to go inside to grab this. There we go. We've got a chimney. It looks like it's might be lined up with the actual chimney on the inside. I didn't intend to, but I may have accidentally. I really should fix all these hills around here. May have accidentally lined it up with the chimney on the inside, which would be just the best. I never know if random stuff that's around is stuff that I left or stuff that Josiah, one of the Josiahs, is pranking me with. So you gotta watch out for those guys. They're pretty sneaky. They're pretty tricky. I feel like I should have a better story about comparison. Like about a time that I compared myself to somebody else and it really came back to bite me. You know, in preparing for today, there's not a whole lot of scripture that talks about comparison. There's not like a thou shalt not compare thyself to thine brother verse, at least not that I found in my translations. But I think it's interesting to think about the disciples as they followed Jesus. Right? Jesus had a lot of people that followed him, and he had that's a weird place for a bed. He had a lot of people that followed him. There was times where he sent out 70, and they came back and he did some debriefing. We know that he had the 12, and then we also know that he had the 3. And this is something I've thought about a few times recently. Oh, my goat horn is still in the furnace. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. And I have some unbaked potatoes, and now I can actually bake my potatoes in the kitchen. Peter, James, and John were 3 of Jesus' closest followers. The Mount of Transfiguration, they were there. A few other times in the Gospels, it's only those 3. But when we read about the list of disciples, we see Peter and Andrew, James and John. I'm not going to name the rest of them because honestly I don't know if I can. But James and John were brothers, and Peter and Andrew were brothers. And I've always thought, man, I wonder what it felt like to be Andrew. Like he's a disciple of Jesus. He's an apostle. He's one of the 12. He's there in the upper room for the Last Supper. He's there to see many of the miracles. But he's not in that inner 3. And his brother is. And that would be weird to say, okay, God, I don't understand why I am not one of those 3, but I trust you. And Andrew continued to follow Jesus. He didn't walk away from Jesus. But he was Peter's brother, and he was part of the 12, but he wasn't part of the 3. And for me, that's something I could have easily been like, man, why am I not able to be a part of that inner circle? Why am I not able to be in there with Peter, James, and John? Why am I the number 4? Or, Jesus, you have 12. Why don't you have an inner circle of 4? Like that would make 5 of us. Why can't we do that? But Andrew just continued to serve. And to serve and to walk with Jesus, to fulfill his calling with Jesus. And we don't read anywhere that he was angry or upset or that he thought that was unfair. Just because we don't read it doesn't mean that he didn't think those things. But yeah. All right, here's the tour. All right, front door, Wayne's. I wish that said Wayne's bigger, but when you put an apostrophe, it makes it smaller. So that's what we get. You come in, and we've got the place that you sit and wait for your table. How do you change your view? This is me sitting and waiting for my table. And then you've got the place where you buy your food. I need to put another barrel back there. Wait, did I craft more barrels? I did. Excellent. I can put a barrel back there. So we can, sorry, my phone is, I'm very popular. My phone vibrated like 3 times, and that's the most messages I've got today. So I was distracted for a minute. I feel like we should put this barrel facing the other way, like facing up and down. Does that bother anybody? Some people are kind of OCD and they like things to all line up. So we've got 3 tables. So all the people in the realm, there's 5 of us, can come in here and we can eat dinner together, and that would just be lovely. And then you go in here into the kitchen, close the door behind you always. And you've got your sink, you've got your countertops with storage underneath, nothing in there. Some of my food in there. I need to probably get some more bread, I think. And then if people are hungry, they can buy things, and then I'll need to restock. And they've got our ovens, which we just baked 20 potatoes in our ovens. So we can put our potatoes in with our other potatoes. And then I think for the last 15 minutes or so, I'm going to head, well, I'm gonna go sleep. But I'm gonna head down. Why don't you guess, either in the live chat or in the comments if you're watching this on the replay, why don't you guess how many diamonds I can find in 10 minutes mining down at diamond level with my new pickaxe. So we'll set a timer and we'll go see. It is not too far away. I can totally see it. We'll set a timer on the phone once we get down there, and we'll mine for 10 minutes. My guess, let me know your guess in the chat or in the comment section. My guess is I can get 15 diamonds in 10 minutes. So we'll find out. We will put another random barrel out here next to my place where I'm storing stuff that I don't need, and then we'll just put things that I don't need. We'll take one barrel with us. This is all stuff that we will not need while we're mining. We might need a bow and arrow. We definitely need this pickaxe because that's the one we're going to use. We'll take another pickaxe just in case. We'll take a water bucket because you never know. Alright. Let's go to the mines. We're going to go to the mines. Like I said, 10 minutes. My guess is 15 diamonds. Here's this little pathway that's been here forever. Goes over toward Hannah and Steven's area. The shop where I bought my Efficiency 5 book. And this is the entrance to our mine. I realized that I should have a button on the outside because zombies can stand on pressure plates. And that means that if I was being chased, they could get in here behind me. And that would be bad. That would be bad because, well, I mean, I feel like I can take a zombie. But if there's multiple of them, that would be bad. These are the bubble elevators. I totally watched tutorials on how to make these. And one stops at whatever that was, Y level 0-ish. If you want to mine for gold, iron, copper, and then one goes down to negative 54, which I've heard is a good place to mine for diamonds. Oh, it's also a good place to pay attention, Wayne. Alright, so we're going to run down to the end of this hall, and then we're just going to pick a branch mine and go for 10 minutes and see what we can find. This is the one I've been doing lately. We'll go past it. There's some lava there. We're going to go right here. This is our hole. This is where we're going to mine. I'm going to grab a timer that says 30 minutes. I'm going to give myself like 6 extra seconds to put the timer down. Alright, so we've got the timer, 10 minutes and 6 seconds. My guess is 15 diamonds with this Efficiency 5 Fortune 3 pickaxe. I like to use a lot of light when I mine, but then you run out of torches quickly, so we'll see. Hopefully I don't run out of torches before my 10 minutes is up, and hopefully I find 15 diamonds. And then I can tell everybody else on the realm, they can compare themselves to the diamonds that I find. Because I think healthy competition is fun. And it's different than the comparison that can lead to jealousy or that can lead to frustration. They can lead to not doing things. For me, that's something I really wrestle with. Comparison for me can lead to just saying, well, I'm not good enough, I won't do that. And like I said a little bit earlier, finding that line between being inspired by something and just thinking, well, if they're doing it good, I don't need to, I never will, I'll never be that good. And for me, that can lead to a place of just really not trusting in what God has called me to, and not stepping out in faith in what God is leading me into, because I don't think I can do it well enough. Man, that quote from John Acuff is just so good to me. Don't compare your beginning to somebody else's middle, because you know what? The people you see, like the people you see making great videos online, it's likely not their first video. They've been doing that for a while, and they've been practicing. But when you start something, you don't do so well. One of my favorite songs that I've ever heard on the TikTok and the Instagram Reels, and anywhere else you watch short form videos, I tend to watch my short form videos on Instagram Reels more than any other. Dennis, what's up with you? It was so good to have you here today. One of my favorite songs I heard said sucking at something's the first step to being sort of good at something. And I think that's so good to remember, that when we start something, it's not likely that we're going to be good at it. It's going to take work and practice and patience and determination and probably some failures along the way. Like my hope is to be able to use live streaming playing Minecraft to just share my journey with Jesus, to share how I'm following him, and hopefully to be an encouragement and a help to others. But you know what? This is my second one, and I am not going to be, I don't even know who popular gaming streamers are. I know who some Minecrafters are that I like. So like, I'm not going to be B-dubs. I'm not going to be Scar. I'm not going to be Green. I'm not going to be Mumbo, Jumbo, or Gemini Tay. yes, I know that many Minecrafters' names because me and my son watch them sometimes. But I don't need to be, and I don't need to quit because I'm not as good as them. I need to practice. And if I feel that using Minecraft and live streaming to help share my journey with Jesus is something that God's calling me to, then that's just something I need to do, regardless of if I'm the best streamer, or if I'm not the best streamer, or if I'm maybe sometimes a little boring, because it's still something new to me to try and talk and carry on a conversation when I can't hear the feedback and when I'm playing Minecraft. But kind of my hope is, sometimes me and my son sit and play Minecraft for an hour, and we'll ask him a few questions, he'll ask me a few questions, and that's something that we can do. So my hope really is just to be able to do that with you, to do that in a manner where if somebody's like, hey, I got time to kill, and that Wayne Riz guy, he's going to be live on Thursdays at 4, I can watch him play Minecraft, and I can interact in the chat, and maybe he'll say something that encourages me. Maybe he'll say something that helps me to know King Jesus more, to love him better. The best type of mining for diamonds is when you go mining for diamonds and don't find any diamonds. I'm currently almost halfway through my timer and have found 0 diamonds. But at least I have not used my entire pickaxe. Alright, I've got a random question for you guys to answer in the chat from the question cube. This is my question cube. We use it sometimes as a family. This is my question for you, whether in the live chat or in the comments down below if you're watching this later. Who's the most optimistic person you know? I guess that's not very good for my timer if I take a break to ask a question. Who is the most optimistic person you know? For me, my daughter Annabelle. She's pretty optimistic. She loves Jesus and she sees the good in people, and I really love that about her. So let me know in the live chat or in the comments who is the most optimistic person that you know. I was pretty optimistic about finding diamonds. I felt like 10 minutes was a long enough time with this efficiency 5 fortune 3 pickaxe, but as I just continue to dig in the dark, I get less and less optimistic about finding the diamonds. Especially because my guess was 15. And like with fortune 3, that could just be one like 4 spot. Could get me there. But I haven't found any. At all. You can also let me know if the game volume, if you can hear that. I still need to learn how to monitor the audio in OBS. I learned how to do it once, but then I didn't do it for like 6 months and I forgot. So I jumped on there today and I was going to try and set those levels really good, but I didn't know how to monitor it. So I just set the levels based on the volume meter. And then I have a little speaker coming out for me to hear the audio, because I don't like playing Minecraft when you can't hear it, because that makes it really easy to die to a creeper, because they come up behind you and eat you. I guess, sorry, creepers don't eat you, they blow up and you die. And that's bad, especially when you're playing by yourself. Look at that! A diamond! Is it really just, oh, at least 2 diamonds. Now the best thing to do is dig below it and make sure. Oh, this could be the ticket. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What do you think? We won't look. I've got 3 more minutes almost. We won't look at our inventory until we're done with the timer. But I think that could have been my 15 that I guessed. That could have been it. This could be like the best diamond mining trip ever. I don't really need that many diamonds. I guess I can use them to shop at other people's little shops on the realm. But I have my villager trading hall, and I can get a pickaxe, I can get a shovel, I can get a hoe, I can get an axe, I can get a sword, I can get boots, I can get pants, the leggings, I can get the chest plate and the helmet. So I can trade for all my diamond things. So I guess like this diamond pickaxe is pretty good, so I could repair it over and over. But I don't really need a whole lot of diamonds. I just enjoy mining for diamonds. I enjoy just coming down. That's one of my favorite things about Minecraft, is just kind of the menial tasks. Also like having a to-do list. I met with a friend today and we were talking about Minecraft, like just be like, okay, like this is what I have to do. And I can do this and this and this. And that's why I like playing on survival. My son used to play on creative and I would play with him once in a while. But man, survival, we're like, hey, I want to build this restaurant. So I need to go get the materials. I need to figure out how to get bricks or how to get a certain type of wood. You know, if I want to use oak trees, I need to plant oak trees. And then after I plant oak trees, I need to harvest oak trees. And after I harvest oak trees, I need to, you know, make them into planks or logs or whatever I'm going to use. Found some gold, which is actually good because I don't tend to find a lot of gold because I don't mine at some of those higher levels where you would find gold. So it's always good to find gold because when you go into the nether, you need to be wearing a little bit of gold so the piglins? The zombie piglins? I don't know which ones are which. But you have to be wearing gold so you don't get attacked, because there's mobs that are hostile unless you have some gold. So we have 48 seconds left on the timer before I get to 10 minutes. I'd really love to find a second set of diamonds. I'm honest, I'm super happy to have found one. Sometimes my son Josiah would be like, I need diamonds, and then he'd like mine for 5 minutes and be like, I don't have any diamonds. Like, you just, and like I would just spend like 30 minutes of our time together mining, and then he'd be upset that I had like 20 diamonds and he didn't have any. But really, you just have to. Oops, that doesn't go there. You just gotta dig. That's how you get the diamonds. Is you dig, or you open a restaurant and hope people get hungry. I've got 10 seconds left. I'm totally gonna dig until the timer goes off. I don't know what just happened. Oh, timer went off. Final chance to put in your guesses in the live chat or in the comments in the replay for how many diamonds I got. 16, look at that. I got one more than I thought I would, and I honestly didn't even think I would get that many. So let me leave you with that quote from John Acuff again. Never compare your beginning to somebody else's middle. Also, I realize I've gotten a little bit brighter. I think the sun has gotten brighter. I also know sometimes I forget which way I need to turn my camera. Alright. Never compare your beginning to someone else's middle. So am I the best live streamer out there? Nope. But do I feel that this is a way that God wants me to share my faith and my walk with others, is playing Minecraft and talking about Jesus? Yep. So I'm going to keep doing it. I thank you so much for stopping by today. Thanks for those of you who left comments. Yeah, Thursdays at 4. I plan to play Minecraft and talk about Jesus. I think next week I want to talk about that parable when Jesus talked about building your foundation on the rock. Because I have something in my game that I think is a good word picture for that. So next week we'll see you. I hope you have a great week. Let me pray for you as we go. God, I love you. Thank you for your love and your grace. Thank you for this chance to play a game and to talk about you. God, help us to trust what you've called us to follow hard after you, and just to seek you with all that we have. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. We'll see you next week. See you later, alligator.